My name is Chloe. I am a mover currently living in Santa Cruz, California. I'm here, thank you to All House for inviting me, to provide a guided movement meditation and improv class. So just really quick, I wanted to say that this class is not going to be at all about your external appearance or external validation. It's all going to be really tapped into your internal sphere. So I know it's easier said than done, but I invite you all to just gently shed yourself of judgment and expectation of what your body is supposed to do and not supposed to do. Because we're really going to be focusing on pleasure, what feels good, our senses, just really taking this time to explore yourself and your body. Before we get started, I just wanted to say a big thank you to All House. If you didn't know, All House is a dance collective of artists that provide free and accessible dance opportunities for the community. What a wonderful thing. We really need stuff like this. It's been such a shit year. So All House is incredible. This festival is free and provided to you by All House. So that being said, if you have the means, we really encourage you to donate to All House's 2021 fundraiser. We are trying to raise $2,021 to build resources and also compensate artists and so much more. So again, if you have the means, that would be really appreciated. Another disclaimer is I am in no way a certified practitioner. I am merely just sharing my practice with you. And these are all offerings. These are all just invitations. They are not like, you need to do this, you need to do that. Obviously, you have full autonomy over yourself and your body. So just go ahead and really use this time to build a relationship with yourself and listen to your body. One more thing is I am going to be doing this practice alongside with you. I'm going to be adding a voiceover over this practice just so I can really tap into that internal space and not worry so much about the computer and making sure I'm speaking loud enough or clear enough. I'm just going to flow, and then I will add a voiceover later to guide you through. All that being said, I think we're ready to get started. Before we do, let's just make sure that we find a safe container for our practice. So by safe container, I just mean any location where you feel like you can really just be with yourself and enter that meditative state without worrying too much about external distractions or judgment. So once you find that space, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so once you find yourself a comfortable position, gently close your eyes or soften your gaze. You could be sitting, lying down, leaning, really anything that feels pleasurable and like a solid base for you to explore breathing and tune inwards. We're going to get bigger movement later, but for now, let's just focus on our breathing. Think about your body being supported by the ground beneath you. So if you're standing, imagine your feet are rooting into the earth. If you're sitting, imagine your sit bones in a symbiotic relationship with the earth. The earth holds you like a chair, and you give weight back into the earth. From that place of groundedness, now, imagine water, the ebb and flow of the ocean. We're going to take a 4-part breath that may seem a bit tricky at first, but will start to flow eventually. But again, remember that these are mere offerings. Take what serves you and leave the rest. With one hand on your belly and one on your chest, let's begin by breathing into our belly, feeling an expansion while not filling quite all the way up. Now shifting that inhalation into your chest, your hand rising, expanding there until you reach the top of that inhalation. From here, we'll take a slight hold at the top to release in retrograde. So first from your chest, then from your belly, envisioning a wave-like motion across your front and back space. So now let's flow. Belly inhale, 1, 2, chest, 3, 4, hold, release, chest, 2, belly, 3, 4. Keep going, find a rhythm that works for you. It may be different than mine. So inhale, belly, 1, 2, chest, 3, 4, hold, chest, 1, 2, belly, 3, 4, belly 1, 2, chest 3, 4, hold, last exhalation, chest 1, 2, belly 3, 4, coming into a neutral position, letting go of that breathing pattern, coming back to your natural rhythm of your breath. Now moving into our senses, we're going to spend a few minutes exploring each of our 5 senses. If one or more of these senses are not accessible to you today, give yourself permission to imagine or create these experiences somatically. So first, with our eyes closed, tapping into our sound, allowing all other thoughts or narratives that come up to gently float on like a glass bottle in a river. What sounds do you hear? Explore your sound score. Maybe there's white noise, a buzz, maybe your favorite song is stuck in your head. Really exist there in the universe that these sounds provide. Start to welcome any authentic movement that may come up in response to these sounds. Do these sounds shift depending on what angle your head is in? Let these sounds guide you. Let all else fade away. All there is sound, micro and macro. All right, so go ahead and take the next few moments to really delve into the sound space. Really focusing your attention on just sound to the best of your ability, using it to inspire and guide you to move or not move. Really soak it in and take this time. Now shifting our attention to our sense of smell. So maybe you don't smell anything off the bat, but give yourself permission to explore the sense around you. Like, what does your clothing smell like? Does it remind you of anyone? If not smell, what does the feeling of air passing through your nose feel like? What does it inspire you to move like? To discover with your nose? Almost like you're a dog leading with your sense of smell. Let scent guide you. Maybe there are no smells available to you right now. Maybe you channel your favorite smell in the entire world. Maybe it's your favorite meal being cooked, your favorite candle or incense. How does that bodily memory of scent live inside of you? How does it inspire you to move and experience it? Again, take a few moments to explore this next sense of smell. Now moving into taste. So this is kind of a tricky one to do because oftentimes if we're not eating, we might not be able to sort of taste anything in our mouth. But think of it more as just exploring the inner terrain of your mouth or exploring the terrain of the air outside of you with your mouth or your tongue. Really get wild with it. Like allow yourself to get weird and like explore this sense. Maybe again, you're just channeling a bodily memory of your favorite taste, your favorite food, your favorite flavor. What does it feel like in your mouth? Thinking of different textures in your mouth and how that ripples out to your bodily extremities. Allowing that memory or that sensation to move you. Take a few moments here in the sense of taste. So now on to my favorite sense, if I had to pick one. Sense of touch. So a lot of us are deprived of touch lately, of human contact, of hugs, of hand-holding, and it is likely decreasing our oxytocin levels, which is the hormone associated with all of those things. So really be your own lover here and love on yourself via touch. It can be as big or as small, as subtle. Really just using pleasure to guide you and your exploration of touch. Are there muscles that need extra attention? Are there textures that are really fun to play with? What does your floor feel like? It's not limited to your own body. Really just use touch as your eyes, guiding you in your movement, using all of that information, that sensual information, to lead you through this movement. So hopefully your eyes have been closed or you've had a soft gaze leading up to this moment, but it's finally time to gently flutter open your eyes and come into your fifth sense of sight. Taking in all of your surroundings, all of the colors, textures, movement. Maybe you're looking at your own body while it moves. If you're outside, the movement of the trees. If you're inside, maybe you can see the dust particles floating in the sunlight. Perhaps all five of your senses are coalescing in this final stage of exploration. Your vision reminds you of a smell, of a song, of a taste, or any combination of such interaction. Not worrying about what your body looks like. Really tapping into that space of letting your surroundings lead you. Your sight. Perhaps you play with the sunlight and how it dances in between your hands. Take a moment here and really allow yourself to delve deep into this fifth sense. So now that we've spent a couple of minutes exploring each of our senses, now let your sixth sense, what I like to call your sixth sense, your intuition, really guide you, your pleasure. Perhaps you're shifting in between internal and external stimuli for inspiration. Maybe you have some areas of your body that need some love. How can you massage it with movement? Maybe a certain vision around you and your surroundings is giving you massive pleasure. Look towards that. Again, all of your senses coalescing here. Finding joy, finding pleasure, shedding yourself of judgment or expectation. Really let yourself go here and enter this meditative state. Also, not forgetting about your breath. I hope you haven't forgotten about your breath the whole time. Sometimes when we're thinking about other things, we might not realize we're holding our breath. You don't have to consciously obsess over your breath. Just let it flow in and out of your body, maybe with your movement in correspondence to what movement is happening. Maybe your breath inspires a movement. Let all other worries just melt away. Thank yourself for being here today. It's just you, yourself, and you, your body, your pleasure, your joy. Unclench your jaw. Remove your tongue from the roof of your mouth. If you get stuck, just tap into those senses. They're here to guide you and to inform you. If bodily memories come up, allow. What do they move you to do? All of this is your practice. This has been your practice from the beginning. If you'd like to have some sounds on, some of your favorite music, feel free to just turn it up. You can find a groove. There's no wrong way to do this. Literally just have fun. Itch your nose, crack your hip, smile, scream, bounce. This is yours. The rest of the time is for you to move and groove. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. Feel free to come back to this practice whenever you need a little reminder of the miraculousness and boundlessness of your being. Take care and Happy New Year. So keep flowing for as long as you'd like, but if you need a little inspiration for how to end your practice, how to seal it in, go ahead and find your feet rooted back into the earth. Begin by scooping up some energy up towards the sky and washing it all the way down your body. giving yourself a little bit of a brush. Brushing out anything that doesn't serve you, any judgment. Also maybe sealing in all that did serve you. Now releasing all of that beautiful energy you harnessed out into the world. Thanks, y'all.